And we
All
are
right,
live.
we're live. Yay. Oh, hello, everybody. We're so happy that we can be here with you, and we have a lot to share today. And we wanted to start out. So, Stacy, tell us what's going on because you and I were just talking about that.
Yes. I'm not sure how everyone out there is feeling. There's a lot going on in our world. And with our solar eclipse coming, I think being an empath and a highly sensitive person, it's really, um, I'm really feeling it. I've had to do a lot this morning to calm down. I know I tossed and turned all night, pretty much the whole night, maybe got an hour, maybe two if you add all the minutes together. And I touched base with Arlene this morning. I also sent out some info on the energy focus check-in group because I know it's affecting many people, even though you may not be a highly sensitive person or know you are. But just know that there's a lot going out. There's a lot of meditations and prayers going on right now for peace. But it's also pulling that peace into us and keeping us calm and grounded. And sometimes it's tough, and sometimes you may need a hand. And that's part of what transformational tools does, is helps get you grounded so you can function during these times.
And the cards that we got today are really about that. So it's going to be interesting how all of this just kind of weaves together. And one of the reasons that I wanted to bring this up is that I want us to start with a meditation. But first of all, hi, Leslie. If you are just watching, please come in and say hello. That way we know you're here. And so is that you in there? It says that I'm in there as transformational too.
Oh, it's me when I type too.
Okay. That's really odd.
Oh,
Anyway,
here.
I feel tired, and Stacy's tired, and I've talked to at least two or three other people this morning, and they're feeling the same way. So let's start with a breathing exercise. And is there any kind of a qigong move that we can do up in this area that will be part of the breathing?
Well, for breathing, even if we incorporate it in, it's what we call reverse breathing. So part of the breathing, you can inhale in through your nose, but as you're inhaling, you want your tummy to come in. So it's kind of backwards. So focus
So
on just a little bit, not
breathing
far,
in,
just
tummy in. Okay.
and then let it go. So it's a reverse. It's actually is easier on your lungs, but it does create a lot of peace and bringing in that chi. And yeah, there's always that. Actually, if we're thinking peace, even sitting, have your hands up. And I know you'll do it in the meditations too. I'll see you connecting with the heaven, making sure your feet are down. So while we're breathing, if you want to connect, knowing that energy is flowing up and down, we're connecting with our higher self and we're connecting with Mother Earth to help keep us grounded. And we really need that right now.
And that is exactly the kind of thing that I was thinking about. I call it breathing up and down at the same time. So it's like if you can imagine that when you're breathing in, you're bringing in the love of the earth up through all the layers into the body, into your center, wherever that is for you. And at the same time, you are bringing down with the breath the connection to the cosmos. And this is going to be very important today with the messages that are coming through from the cards. So, and if you want to put your hands out and just feel this energy, and we're going to breathe this in through the nostril and then breathe it out into our energy field and our body. So, just take a moment to let your shoulders relax. And now take a breath in through the nose and feel how you're bringing it up and bringing it down at the same time, and then release it out into your body and energy field. And again, breathing in through the nose, bring the energy of love from below and above, and then breathing it out into your body and energy field. And one more time, breathing in through the nose, bringing from above and below, and then breathing it out into your body and energy field and beyond into this beautiful world. And so it is. All right, my friends. Hi, Sue. It's lovely to see you here. This is a very auspicious time. I love that word, auspicious. These are some of the times when you feel that there's a really important stuff going on. And if we were to look at it from the world's point of view, we would say it's really awful, which on one level it is. But on the other hand, this is the time when we are making choices. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. It has to do with the solar eclipse in Libra that is tomorrow. And it also dovetails totally into the cards from today. So let's start with the cards. And I'm going to say a little bit about them. And then whatever you want to add, Stacy, that would be great. So our luminary is such a favorite of ours. This is I always have to figure out how to hold this.
It's always backwards.
Yeah. So this is called Dolphin Song. And do you have it there so you can hold it up, Stacy? Do you have that card? Yeah. So I'm gonna just read while she holds it up. So I asked Dolphin Song what the message was for today. So this is it. Stay calm within the waves of energy. And remember, the waves of energy can be the horror of what's going on in the war and wars and that kind of thing. But stay calm with the waves of energy. Move above the wave. Notice when it is choppy and when it is huge. Stay in the calm beneath and above the waves. That is where your balance is. So Dolphin Song is saying that we can be above the wave of energy that is choppy or too big or whatever that is. And we can stay above that. We're connecting more with the cosmos when we do that. And we can go deep into like the ocean, feel like it's the ocean, like a dolphin would do. And then we no longer feel the extreme intensity. We can stay in the calm. And that allows us to make choices, to have thoughts that can be helpful. All of that is important. So now the other one is the card. Do you have that card, the Strength in Violet Purple? Yes. Okay. So it looks gray.
Well, my shirt is violet also, and it looks blue. So
see the difference?
How funny, right? Modern technology.
Yeah. So this is the Strength in Violet Purple. On the card, it says regal, commanding, spiritual. And what I got today for us is the message is, that was the message from Violet Purple that I just read to you. Let's see. So the message from Dolphin Song was stay calm with the waves of energy, move above the wave, notice when it's choppy, and that sort of thing. And then what it says, Violet Purple said, is when there are choppy seas, go deep within for the knowing that will take you above for better perspective and below for deep understanding. That part's important. Above for better perspective, like that eagle sitting on the perch. And below, like I think of it, under the seas for deep understanding, or inner, deeper inner. Stand in your empowerment to see the part you are playing. Know when to meditate, when to act, and always to emanate love. We are supported with calm by violet, and purple empowers us to live at our best as souls in form. Together, we encourage each other. So there's a number of things in this. One of them is that I call this a violet purple because it has different meanings, and both of those meanings are in the color card book. And so the violet in this is really playing its part to show us how to go deeper into our knowing. And the purple's empowering us. You know, I was having back pain the other day when I was walking, and my husband said to me, he said, just move into an empowered walk, you know, and I did that. And wow, did that make a difference in my sense of what was going on with my back. So I think we have to, at least I have to really consciously work with what does it mean to move forward empowered? Because we're so used to pulling back so that we're not overpowering. And yet empowered still has an energy to it that is strong and caring and totally present. So this is just such an important time for us. And anything you want to add about the two cards, Stacy?
Not not really. This is
Okay.
what being when I get into this mode, at least I calm down enough to join here. I really needed to hear the message.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I had to get myself to do a bunch of qigong this morning just to get myself settled enough so I could just function. Like I said, it was very overwhelming. So thank you for the perfect words to complete my calming this morning.
I think part of it too is there are a number of us that are taking this course that's called Earth Crystals and the Luminaries. So the luminaries, this is one of the luminaries. That plus crystals, um, your energy is so high. I think that sometimes is what keeps us awake, but it also empowers us and makes us stronger. So
It does. Actually, it was since the last class last week is when I noticed my sleep cycle, but a lot was going on in the world too.
yeah.
But the sleep cycle, and then it just got bigger. And today I'm like, okay, it's got to be the sun. It's the whole solar eclipse. This is just going to be
Right.
it's been a rough week, but we're we'll make it through today. Oh, and it's Friday the 13th.
Oh dear, I hadn't realized that.
But that's a lucky day.
It is a lucky day. Plus 13, 1 and 3 added together is 4. And I'm a 4:40 at 4 a.m.
Oh, yes.
So I'm all about fours. Okay, so I want to talk just a minute about the solar eclipse in Libra. Libra is October is the sign of Libra. So it's the Libra energy is here big time. And thank you to Libra energy, because it's all about balance. And boy, do we need the balance right now. So I listened to Pam Gregory. If you listen to Pam Gregory, sometimes just put a little note in the chat. And Pam Gregory is amazing in how she describes what's going on astrologically. And I'm just going to tell you a few things that came from me listening to what she's saying about this time in general, and then some of it is about this particular eclipse. She says, we have been in a radical review. There have been a whole bunch of planets that are not, what is it, when they reverse? They're not direct. There's another word. I bet you that Will knows. Anyway, These are starting to go direct now, and so Libra is going to direct at this time, and so that we have been in a radical review. It's retrograde. Thank you, Julia. Retrograde is when it seems like things are going backwards. And all that means is that we're going back and reviewing something that we've learned before, something that we've experienced before. So just check inside of you. Are some things coming back that you thought you were done with? Have they been showing up and showing us again? Well, there's a little bit more to this, a little more information, a little bit more experience with it. So that's what we've been in, is in a radical review. And then we are in a time of choosing. Do we choose fear or love? Because you can't be in both. And then do we choose empowerment or powerlessness? When we see all these things going on in the world, sometimes it's pretty easy to fall into that sense of powerlessness. It's like, what can I do about this? What I do doesn't make any difference. And that is so not true. That's why constantly we're being brought back to this idea that what we do goes out and actually connects to the collective consciousness. It can change that, which also then changes the world. So, and then the other thing she said is that we're not the same people that we were 3 years ago, or even maybe 2 months ago, because the frequencies that have been coming in over time have been very strong and very high frequency. And that has changed us. And part of it is, let's notice what has changed us. Let's be that consciously. So a new version of ourselves is emerging. And this may cause changes in your life that are uncomfortable. Some people may be leaving behind relationships that are just heavy, and they just cannot be around that energy anymore. And we do what we can to repair relationships, to keep them on the right place where it's good for both people. But sometimes there has to be a parting of the ways. And we are in the process of leaving behind whatever is dense and out of sync with this new self. And that's extremely important for us to remember. And so as relationships change, do this with your heart, with your love, with a sense of, yes, I can continue forward and be who I am. This person can continue forward being who they are. And the main thing is that we have to just check it and say, am I avoiding what is here? Or is my inner self saying to me, this is time for me to move in a different direction? So just know this is really important time. And when the other thing is, there's a lot of volcanic action. We had a small
earthquake.
Thank you. This is the time also that I think words are really hard to come up with sometimes. It's not about aging.
Not at all.
Not at all. So it was, but I've been feeling, we were on a cruise, the Alaska cruise, and I've been feeling since I got home like I'm still on the ship. And I think it's because there's a lot of movement underground. So put it in the chat if you've been feeling like there's movement deep in the earth that is affecting us. And I think that there may be some other action that happens, and we've seen some of that around the world. But what I like to do sometimes is, if something is coming on, ask it to go deeper so there won't be the destruction. It still means that the earth is shifting and it needs to shift. But when it goes deeper, it doesn't affect us on out on this, on the earth, on the crust of the earth in the same way. All right, so we would like to do some readings for you. And Julia, I've got you here, and Leslie, and Will. And I saw, let's see here.
Doreen.
I'm sorry, again, say that again.
Doreen.
Doreen. Oh, yes. Oh, I saw Doreen there. Yes.
Now, I did see a Stephanie up here in the viewers at one point. I don't know if you're still on. If you are, just shoot a chat. And so we know you're there. That this platform doesn't give us as many details.
Sue is here too.
Yeah. I kind of put them in that one. So we had Sue, Will, Julia, the Stephanie, Leslie, and Doreen.
Okay. So if you're out there watching, come on in. Let us know you're here. And we will be happy to pick a card for you. And we will make it as specific as what we get as we feel into what that card is for you. So let's start with Julia. Would you pick a card for Julia, Stacy?
Sure. Good thing we did that breathing before we started. Got my feet planted. I am grounded. And Julia.
All right. What have you got for Julia?
Oh, we have the lesson in silver.
Oh, that's a great one. Yes. You know, silver and gold are reminders of the feminine energy in the moon and the masculine energy in the sun. So that's why you see the colors of silver and gold on the card to remind us that there is a balance there. And part of how we work on the lessons is to work with the colors. In this case, they're not complementary colors and not across from each other on the color wheel, but they are ones that balance each other. So what are you getting about the silver?
And you know, what I'm getting right now with the way the energies are is using the silver with the gold and really checking your aura, your bubble, however you refer to that, making sure you've got silver and gold around you, really wrapped around you during this time. It might be kind of a netting, protection, a filter. That's really, I'm really seeing that as a primary thing for you. And then, like it says, choose what you value. Using this as a filter, because I think there's going to be a lot of stuff coming through. So you really want to filter all this information that's coming at us.
And Julia, I'm feeling into the energy for you, as Stacy was. And this has something to do with your feminine energy. And it's like one of our partners here in TT, Marion, has talked often about how the feminine energy has to stand alone for a while in order to reach her empowerment and her knowing and everything that is there for her. And what I'm feeling, Julia, is this is kind of a time for you to be standing alone in your feminine energy, getting to know that in a new way, allowing that to really become your big part of your empowerment. Does that resonate, Stacy, or is there more to it that you're getting?
No. That's what right to it.
And I think that many of us have to remember to pay attention to our feminine energy. This is, again, the time for us to find that empowerment. And really, it's an empowerment both in the feminine and the masculine energy. But it really, the feminine energy in both men and women has been very sabotaged And we are reclaiming that and bringing in the empowerment that is there for all of us. So I hope that makes sense, Julia. And you might want to sit with silver and with the feminine energy and just ask, how can I best support you as part of my balance in my life? And by the way, we are starting this next week, we are starting the color course, which is a basic of everything that we do. It's the foundation for everything we do. And you learn how to use complementary colors for balance, for healing, for understanding, all kinds of things that we use the colors for. And it's only a 4-week course. We're doing an hour and a half each time. We wanted to bring it into a more condensed version. So we're having people do a lot of the understanding of the material before we get together so that we can really practice how you use this. And we have 2 different times. We have Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. And then we also have Wednesday at, is it 5 o'clock?
6, I think you made.
Okay. On Wednesdays. Yeah. And you can always find this on Transformational Tools/events. And that's where we always have what's coming up and what you can sign up for. I'm really excited about it because we've been talking a lot at Transformational Tools about how colors and their frequencies are really a foundation for so much of what we do. And even when we're using the luminaries, it's the colors and the movement and shapes and things like that. But the colors are a really important part of that. Okay, so now.
And you're welcome, Julia.
I picked a card for Leslie, and I got a lesson in green. And so what I'm feeling is, Leslie, I'm feeling that if you are up to it, or if you feel like it, just go out and go for a walk and notice everything that's green. It's like there is a part in you and all of us now that's in this growing period of growing into who we already are. And this is a really important time for you because green's also about the heart. And I've met few people who have so much heart as you, Leslie. So this is a really important color to bring into full bloom in you. And because we're so fortunate in the Pacific Northwest to have so much green, we can walk outside and just breathe in the green from the trees and from the grass. And it's a little chilly, but it's still beautiful out. So, anything else you get, Stacy, for Leslie?
No, I was just kind of surprised it's green. It must be time to rejuvenate a little bit.
Yeah.
It's really, we always have to be careful that as we like to heal and teach and share so many wonderful practices, that we also need to make sure to nourish ourselves. Otherwise we can get drained really easy. So, and I know with the class and everything, which is fabulous, you're doing a lot more. That's a lot of stuff for all of us, but leading the class puts even a little more on that. So time to recharge. Be ready for next Thursday.
And Leslie and I used to teach the complementary color therapy, and she's a big part of that. She's also done some of the audios for the colors that just go so deep inside of you. And we will be using that as part of the course. So it's going to be a very exciting time for all of us to come together and experience that. We have some new people, and we have some people that have been around for a while. So it's a really nice mix. And right now we just have them on Tuesdays at 9:30 and a.m. But we also are open to doing one Wednesday at 6 because I want to also offer this for people who are working. And I think, Sue, are you retired now? I know you moved to the beach, and I think you retired. So come join us on this because I really would love to have you in that class with us. All right. Next one is Will. Would you pick a card for Will? And I'll pick one for Doreen.
Oh, Will, strength, full of
Strength
red.
and red. Oh my gosh. And look at that. Will has a strength in red. Leslie has the green.
Oh, that's right. You guys are
Oh my gosh.
complimentary. Full of fire, starter, doer, and independent. Wow. And
Nice.
it is part of the pink. So I'm thinking you're pink with your red and your white. You just got a little more fire going on right now.
A
But
little
yes,
more energy.
yes, lots more energy. But you're probably also picking up on what's going on in the world. And of course, as a compliment to your wife, um, I think that's where you're probably pulling out that red right now because that's what you guys do. You support each other and love each other, and you can do it in such an energetic, loving way. And knowing what you know, and with the colors and crystals, and um, I just a lot of times I think before in the past we've done gold and silver with each other, and so yes, I see the red as you're complimenting Leslie, and the two of you together, just
Yeah.
really unstoppable.
Powerful. All right. For Doreen, I got unfolding. There is so much more within your crystalline core, Doreen, than you yet know. It is time for your unfolding. One small step at a time is all it takes. And I have an exercise at the end of this that I think can be really helpful for you, Doreen. It's take a piece of paper and fold it into sections. And then as you unfold it, it has a place where you can write on each of the ones. It's kind of like a fan if you had a place in between that you could write. So as you open the folded paper in each section, write what you see or sense is unfolding from within you and the world around you. Are you consciously bringing these experiences into focus in your life? If you are, congratulate yourself for your courage. If you're not ready, be patient with yourself. We forget that we have to be loving to ourselves, whether it's getting the courage to go forward or whether it's okay to just slow down and be patient until the time is right. We need to be that for ourselves. And then it's a lot easier to be that for other people as well. So that's a cool one. All right, so what do you get for Sue?
Oh, let me see. I'm just right there with you, and I see the theme of our energy going is making sure to keep touch on us.
Yes.
Because we are being affected by all this, and there's so many transitions going on and transformations. So you got to really be there. We're all here to support each other, but just make sure that don't ever feel bad to reach out for help, to say, hey, I'm feeling off, or can you help me with this, or maybe we just know that there's people that can help you. Just never feel like you're reaching out and nobody's there. Don't ever feel alone in this time, but make sure you really check in on yourself.
And remember, we have sessions that are part of Transformational Tools, and Leslie does readings, and Stacy does the Qigong, and she does that every week. And I go to that, and I find it really, really helpful. And we're going to be doing the Spokane Holistic Fair, And that is not this weekend, but the next weekend after that. And Stacy and I talked about it. And one of the things we're going to do is during the day of the fair, which is a week from Saturday, if you sign up for a session with me, it's half price. And that's an hour. There's a whole lot that can happen in an hour. So if you're needing some extra help during this time, anytime on Saturday, if you sign up, it's half price. All right. So what did you get for Sue?
Oh, that's what we were talking about, making sure that she touches base.
Oh yeah, hers was.
Maybe I need to tell you that too. Hey, Arlene,
yes, please.
we need to touch base, and we need to regroup ourselves. Also, we've been doing a lot, and I'm that little small voice, or sometimes a loud voice for Arlene.
Yes,
like,
thank you.
And that's what you got to do. So just know that there's always people out there that can move you along, or give you that confidence, or the little firm hand that says, time to take a break.
It's also okay sometimes, and I have to do this for myself. Unfortunately, my husband Peter is so patient with me, but I'll say to him, I need an attitude adjustment. Especially when I'm working on something that isn't quite working right, and I'm talking to people that maybe you can't talk to anybody in Facebook, but recently that we were trying to get my printer to work, and so attitude adjustment this is going to be very simple and easy, and it will just flow, and I'm going to flow with it. Sue, when you were saying touching base, did you pick a card for Sue?
No, I didn't pick one. I just went off of what you were doing.
Okay, all right. I
was on the same wavelength.
I picked one, and it's it's so good. It's the Lesson in Pink.
I thought you had already pulled one.
I can't remember, but anyway.
Now we're all confused. Blame it on the solar eclipse. It's the way the whole morning's been. Yeah, I thought that you did a luminary, and so that's why I was just building on
well, I did that for Doreen.
Oh. Well, then you just got my intuitiveness, because, in all honesty, when I used to do readings a lot, mine was without cards. But it is a nice tool. It does get you guidance there. But so you just got the intuitive part of me, because that's what I use anyway.
Hey, I like that. Maybe that's how we should do it.
It's kind of where that's where I've always used it. So,
all right. So, Sue, this one, the Lesson in Pink, is care for your inner child. I always find that the body is our inner child as well, and so it means we got to take good care of ourselves. And with a lot of changes that you've had recently, it's really important to remember that every day is to take care of the part of us that says, but I like my old routine.
So just give the same message. I just think that's hilarious.
So, and I think that this is a message for all of us again, that to really take care of ourselves, to remember that our bodies need our help, our emotions need our help, our thoughts need our help, and our spirit is constantly wanting us to be totally focused so that we can be deep within receiving what's there for us. So that's what it is for today. And I'm glad to see that I think it was Will who's on, I guess we can tell on here, can't we?
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't see anything from Stephanie. If you are still out there, just if you can put something in the chat.
So why don't you pick a card for Stephanie, just in case she's still there?
Just in case?
Yeah.
And you know who we should probably pull one for is, look, it says, where did I go? I actually went on to YouTube. I was just checking to make sure I could see everybody on here.
Yeah.
And I actually put a request. Oh, there I went. See, Stacy Takaoka. There's my maiden name. I'm here as me. And I said live, but instead of love. But I was cracking up because I'm like, ooh, I'm going to post while I'm on my phone as I'm checking all the technical parts of this transmission. So, but I will get one for Stephanie, but if you could do one for Susie, because I know she will be watching
All
that.
right, I will do one for Susie.
And she's usually here, so.
Yeah.
But for Stephanie, we have got, I have to look it up, but you would know what it is right off the bat.
That one is.
Illumination.
Yes.
Oh.
Boy, do we need that one.
Yes, we do. Did we just have that in our class, or is that next week? I'm confused.
No, that we haven't had that one. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe we did, but it was a little while ago.
I know. I guess so.
I can look in my little book and I can tell you.
So light magnifies light, which magnifies light, which impacts the entire universe. So let your light shine.
Yes.
Wow. Is that perfect? What a wonderful card to get. Stephanie, if you are here or are going to watch this later, look at that light shining in the middle. And there you are. And there it is, just shining out and really encompassing the earth out to the cosmos, blanketing the world with light. We need to offset some of the darkness going on. And so thank you for being part of the light and putting some balance in the world. So thank you very much. And thank you, of course, everyone, because we all are these lights. And that's why we're here. We're here to shine and balance.
You know what I'm seeing, Stacy, is I'm seeing us with our light, almost like we're holding a candle. Mm-hmm. And then we just take that light and we help other people light their candle.
Saffron gold illumination.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I'm looking at this card in a whole different way right now.
Guess what? What I got for Susie is the card that we picked for today. What that means is that's like a double emphasis on Dolphin Song for Susie. So I hope, Susie, that you will go and read about Dolphin Song, because there's some real important things in there for you. And also, I don't know if you can see this, Stacy, or not, but I see a dolphin sitting upright, standing right next to Susie. Like its tail is there, it's standing on its tail. Yeah.
And I bet Leslie can see it too. I know that's Leslie's favorite card and is always visually connected to it. But yes.
Yeah, I think this is really fun.
Actually, I think last week that Susie got the same card of the week.
Oh, you're kidding. Boy, she is really
she did good. Because I saw her right after and I was showing her the card.
Maybe we'll have to have her come and help us pick cards.
I'll tell you, she's really jazzed about the class. But I've been seeing it in her a while, the colors. I do nails, but colors. You've got a color scheme. You've got polishes and gels, and so you pick a color. I mean, you really think about it. What's your color for the day? You go to your closet. Most people will pick the color that they're wearing, but she'll be thinking about colors, and then we sit there, and I'm like, "So, what color are you thinking?" And a lot of times we'll have a color out already, and then we'll look, and she's like, "Oh my gosh," That's exactly what I was thinking, because I'm like, oh, like this?
So what that reminds me of is a very simple tool that I like to use. And that's as you're in the morning, maybe doing some breathing exercises or some Qigong or something. And you just say to yourself, if there were a color that could go out ahead of me into this day, what color would that be? First one that comes to mind. And what I'm seeing right now for myself is yellow.
Bingo, me too. What do you guys have? Type it up. Let's
put
see.
in the chat what color you get when you say that to yourself. And the if word is very good there because it gets your mind out of the way. So if there were a color that could take you into the rest of the day in a wonderful way, What color would that be? First one that comes to mind. So I'm going to write down yellow because I'm going to focus on yellow.
Oh, Will got yellow too.
Maybe it's a yellow day.
Yeah, because I mean that was just like,
Yeah. I'm knowing though that I'm going to have to take a nap first. Not
Right.
having had enough rest. I kind of like, I feel
I
like
wish I was a napper. I can't take naps, so I'm
oh,
just yeah.
I can go down for half an hour and I'm good. I have more
No.
energy. And
Someday maybe. Just never have. I just if I take a nap, I am just totally rummy. Yeah, I can't function after. So
yeah. All right. Well, I think that's our time today. Please go to transformationaltools.com/
ooh, lime green.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. Ah, nice.
What's
Napitation.
napitation?
Yes, that was
Probably.
a word that came to me a long time ago from my former husband. And I love it because for me, it is a meditation and a nap at the same time.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's an idea, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
do a short meditation. I'm still working on long meditations, but I can do 20 minutes
To
maybe.
me, it has to be one that I visually see internally.
Yeah,
I can't
guided
just
meditations.
sit there and have nothing.
That's why I like the qigong because it's moving, but it's a meditation. It's
Yeah.
actually a moving meditation,
Yeah.
and having that guidance of what's going on and breathing
Yeah.
and where you're journeying to. Because yeah, silence.
Do you have that link for signing up for the course, the color course?
Yeah, it's on there, so it will be down in the comment sections
Oh,
when
good.
you look at the
Okay,
yes.
good. All right. Well, go have a great day, and let's spread the light, and let's be with each of these energies that are here to help us. The colors, they are conscious and they're with us, and they want to help us, as are the luminaries. You know, these are really here to help us. And if you're like Susie, you've got a dolphin next to you, so take advantage of that. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to be. Where am I going to be? Oh, yes, I will be at my brother's, and Stacy's going to be there with us at the Spokane show, and we're going over on Thursday. So I'll be there at my brother's, so that I'll be able to do Energy Focus of the Week with you.
Yay!
Yay! My favorite time. All right. Bye bye, everybody. Take care. We love you. And spread
See you
the
next
light.
week.